Good evening, Team Rise Above. Welcome to our challenge, and I just wanted to talk a little bit to you about meal prepping and meal planning. I've had a couple of messages and posts lately about that, and so I just thought I make a little video here explaining a little bit about what I do, and hopefully it can help you out. I know that it can be very intimidating. For example, you get on, do a search and get on Pinterest or whatever, and you might see, you might see something that looks, like this. You're like, oh, how can I do that? I can't do that every week. I've got kids and stuff, and so I understand it can be difficult. And so I don't do that. I don't plan out an entire week's worth of meals and have them all separated out and stuff like that. I'm not very good at that, just to be honest. So I do something called buffet style meal prepping. And so what I'll do is I will just get a bunch of stuff ready on the weekend, usually Sunday afternoon. Or a Monday, since we don't work Mondays all the time in my job, but it's usually Sunday, and we'll do our shopping, and we'll buy stuff that we know we're going to need to eat. We'll buy lean proteins like chicken and like turkey and like lean beef, and lean pork, and we just buy that. Okay, we don't have necessarily set meals, and we might have something we want to try or a recipe we saw, but really we don't do it that way. And we know we're going to be eating a lot of vegetables, and so we get a lot of vegetables. We get salad, we get cucumbers, we get broccoli, we get asparagus, and we don't really have set meals planned. We just have stuff that we know we're going to need, and so we get it. We get fruits. I eat a lot of bananas. I eat a banana a day. If I don't, I cramp. So I eat bananas. But you're going to be eating some amount of fruit. You're going to be eating some amount of carbs. You want to make sure that those carbs are well spent. Okay, you don't want to blow your carbs on like potato chips or something like that. So you're going to buy like sweet potatoes or quinoa or stuff like that. If you buy bread, make it sprouted or whole grain. If you look at the ingredients and it has enriched flour in it, don't get that. Okay, if you look at the ingredients and it has high fructose corn syrup, definitely don't get that. Okay, just because it says it's whole wheat doesn't mean it's healthy. So so take notice of things like that. And all right, so how do we know? Hopefully you guys have read your Nutrition to the Max guide, right? Now I'm doing this for an Insanity Max 30 group, so this is what we're going off of, but it's basically the same as like a 21-day fix or hammer and chisel or any of those programs that use the portion control method. This simplifies it a little. Instead of having, Sean T must not like math, because in his programs he's just like, how much do you weigh? If you're over 150, you have a plan. If you're under 150, you have another plan. And so that's that. And that's fine. So with these plans, if you're over 150, you're going to be eating in the neighborhood of 2,000 calories a day. If you're under 150, you're going to be eating in the neighborhood of 1,700 calories per day. That's how it is. And so it tells you in the plan how many of each category you're allowed to eat. And so then later in the book it tells you, okay, well, I have to eat 4 greens a day. Well, what are greens? Well, it's got a list of things that are green that you can eat. It's also got recipes to incorporate those into a meal and stuff like that. But again, if if the thought of having like these meals measured out and separated out already, if that freaks you out a little bit, join the club. I look at stuff like that, and I get all like worried. So that's not what I do. I prepare a bunch of stuff ahead of time. Vegetables, we cut up, we store in the fridge. They're ready to go, just to measure out. Okay, you could take it a step further and not just have them cut up, but already have your green container, for example, for vegetables, measure it out, put those into a Ziploc baggie or something like that. Do, 20 or so of those, and you have them just ready to roll right out the door. I don't usually do that. We just cut up a bunch of vegetables, put them in containers, and then as we want to eat throughout the week, we just get out what we want. Okay, Sunday I'll usually grill up a bunch of chicken and some turkey burgers and some pork chops or whatever I think we're going to need. And then a lot of times I'll do some more grilling on Thursday nights, because that seems to be a good night for us. So then you got to keep track of what you eat each day based on that. So there's papers that you are in your book here. You can make copies of, or you can print out, that help you track your food. Okay, I keep a journal, and so I actually in my journal every day. So this is for tomorrow. I have my food laid out, okay, and water. That's what those are. So then as I eat it throughout the day, I just put a little X in there, okay? There are also apps you can download for your phone, the 21-day tracker app, and it works for Insanity Max 30 as well. And in fact, you can customize it and stuff even, but so that's how you can keep track throughout the day. So Shakeology is a red, so that's going to be taken up. Okay, so I don't know when you guys drink your Shakeology, if you drink it in the morning or at night or whatever, but just keep in mind that those four reds, one of those is going to be Shakeology. So really I have 3 servings of protein a day, which is okay because I eat 3 main meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner. And so breakfast, I like eggs. And so I'll have a couple of eggs with my breakfast. Or I'll whip those into an omelet and include a green. But so when you think of it in terms of your meals, you know that you're going to have a protein with each meal. You're going to have a green with each meal and 2 greens with one of them. Okay. Now, if you are eating 5 times a day, like is recommended, my schedule doesn't allow me to do that. I wish it did, but it really doesn't. But if you are, then you could divvy it up that way. Shakeology can count as a snack, or it can count as your breakfast, and something else can count as your snack or whatever. But so that's just how I do it. And then as I go through my day, I check them off. And then whatever is going on at dinner time, that's what I make up. Okay, so let's say I have my eggs, and I have so I like to saute like some fajita type vegetables to have with my eggs. I think that goes well together, and a piece of toast. And so that's what I have. And then I'll usually have a serving of fruit for my first snack. And so I'll have that. And then for lunch, I'll have another serving of protein. Maybe it's some leftover meat from the night before or whatever. And then lunch is usually when I'll have a couple of greens rather than just one. And then I'll have another yellow. I'll have a helping of quinoa or a half a sweet potato or whatever I'm feeling like. So I don't plan these things out. I just have stuff ready to eat, and then I eat it. So One thing I do is I have a banana before bed because, like I said, it helps me to keep from cramping up. And so I make sure to save 2 purples for bedtime, for before bed, so that I can have my banana. And then I also try to save as many teaspoons as I can because I love peanut butter, and peanut butter is yummy. And so these teaspoons, I just think of as peanut butter. I know other people are like, oh, they can be used for, no, they're peanut butter. So if I cook eggs in the morning, of course, that'll take up one of those. And so then I only get 3. But so what I do is I'll eat poached eggs a lot so that I still can have the runny yolk, but I don't have to use up a teaspoon, so I can still have 4 teaspoons of peanut butter. Basically, my day revolves around making room for peanut butter. So, but that kind of is how I handle that, okay? I know this is going on kind of long, but I do want to show you guys one other tool, and that's really pretty cool. It's especially cool if, you're planning meals just kind of for yourself. And it can be, extrapolated to for a family, but I'm going to share my screen with you here. And we're going to go to, let's see, that's in the way. There we go. Go over here to the Team Beachbody website. And let me just get back home. Okay, so on the Team Beachbody website, they've got this pretty awesome tool. So if you go under Get or Eat Smart and hover on that, you'll get this little drop-down menu, and there's a My Meal Planner. You can go to that, and then find the button for the Meal Plan Wizard and click on that. And then from there, it's got a little questionnaire you can fill out. So let's see, is this a no? I've done this before. What's my goal? To lose some weight. And how many times will I be working out? Once a day. I'm pretty sedentary. I sit at a desk all day. I am not vegetarian. And I'm 39. I'm 5'10", and I weigh 218. And then submit. And check this out. It builds for you, not just, oh yeah, and then in personalized, you can choose like low carb or, active lifestyle, different stuff like that. But they give it to you. They give you what your daily calorie goal, what they believe it should be. And then based on that, you can say, include a serving of Shakeology. I accept. Okay, accepted, take me to my plan, and it tells you for the week, okay, what to have, when to have it, and and so French toast sticks with strawberries. I don't know about that. Okay, it's got whole wheat bread. Again, make sure it's doing the rules I talked about, and gives you the recipe for that, okay? Gives you the nutrition facts for that. You can print it off if you want. So there's that. Let's see. You can print off the entire week's worth of stuff, okay? The recipes and all of that. Let's see. You can include nutritional information. I'm trying to find this one thing. Let's see, hit my back button. And it's also got a shopping list option for you, which I think is really cool. So, over here. So if I click on shopping list, okay, not only does it tell me what to eat and how to make it, but it also gives me a shopping list. Okay, it tells me what I need. Now, you can print this out, mark off what you already have, or whatever, but it gives you everything that you need. Let me bring it back so you can see me. Okay. So it gives you everything you need right there, packaged. It's got a meal plan. It's got recipes. It's got a shopping list. All it takes is some preparation on your part. So I hope this was helpful in some way. If you have more questions, please just ask. You can send me a message. What would be better, though, is if you put it in the group, because if you've got the question, other people probably have the question, and so we can share information that way. But let's see. Make sure you read your guide. Okay, this helps a ton. This has recipes in there for you to use. It's got what you need to know. Okay, if you're not going to read this, you're not going to follow the diet plan because you won't know the diet plan. If you're not going to do the diet plan, what's the point of doing the program? These workouts are hard. Okay, I'm not going to lie. They're difficult. And so why would you put in that sweat equity and not back that up with the nutrition plan required to make it really matter? So that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope it was informative. I hope it wasn't too long. And I hope that we can go into this next week and just be insane. All right. God bless.